Welcome back to Vampyr. Und es geht sofort los. Safe. So, dann. Hoppala. Der trostlose Heilige in East End. Ja, so. Skoll. Lade, lade, schubdidu. Lade, lade, dubdidu. Jedes Mal, wenn die Musik weg ist, denke ich, dass das Spiel abschmiert. Jedes Mal. So, Western Dogs. Von da komme ich. Ah, weil ich mal noch nachschauen wollte, das habe ich gerade die ganze Zeit vergessen. Clever. Lass uns das mal so. Hier oben habe ich eindeutig aktuell nichts. Da drüben habe ich was, aber da komme ich aktuell nicht lang. Dann wollen wir mal zu den Western Dogs. Gewalt gegen. Nieder mit dir.
Wo ist er jetzt hin? Hä? Moment mal kurz. Das sind... Ah nee, das sind Ingame-Bilder, keine echten.
Take a breath of this! It's too strong! Shit, that leech is fast! Filthy fucking beast! Dear God! He's too fucking fast!
Stirb! Sehr gut. Haben wir hier sonst noch irgendwas zum Einsammeln? Haben wir hier sonst noch irgendwas zum Einsammeln? Da haben wir noch was zum Einsammeln. Bevor ich da jetzt in die... nach rechts gehe, wo ich hin muss. Also ich muss ja da irgendwo nach da. Perfetto. Okay. Hier haben wir sonst nichts gerade. Hier haben wir sonst gerade nix.
It's locked.
It's locked. It's overlocked. Hier haben wir so eine Art Werft. Da oben komme ich nicht hin. Beziehungsweise ich habe gerade noch eine Idee. So. Bah. Also, hier haben wir alles. Da haben wir noch zwei. Well. Meins. Bist meins. Okay. Okay. Hier kommen wir nicht rein. Da kommen wir nicht rein, da kommen wir nicht rein. Hier kommen wir rein. Okay. Genau, das gehört hier zu. Da fehlen mir 1. Okay, 4 neben der Person da. Well. Oh. Hier gab es Sitzungen. Okay.
I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy. If not, I'll find you something.
Well.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Do you need any help?
Rest assured, I will help you, sir. Martin Nightingale, at your service. Please, take a look at my wares.
Your merchandise. I don't really see anything worth having. No offense.
None taken, sir. But please, I need to eat. Perhaps if you keep looking, you'd see something that takes your fancy.
Young man, do you require medical attention?
I'm perfectly fine, thank you.
Let me be frank. You're as much of a businessman as I am a werewolf, right?
Who the hell are you to question me? It's hard enough to stay clean when you don't have a place to sleep. I'm doing my best here.
I meant no offense, Mr. Nightingale. I was merely pointing out the fact that you're unlikely to survive long if you continue wandering this path.
And what should I do then, sir? Should I join the Wet Boot Boys like so many others? No thanks. I'd rather be a bad seller than a dead gang member.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood? Have you got any friends around these parts?
Not really. Miss Gillingham smiles and says kind words, but I know she's lost her marbles, especially since her son died.
Tell me about this crazy woman. Madness is often mistaken for other conditions.
The poor woman's mad, all right. Kind and all, but she has so much trouble remembering things. She's taken me for a son more than once.
Well.
How interesting. I don't suppose you know what happened to her son.
Jack. Rumour has it he tried to tackle some gang lads. I didn't know him well, but I heard he was a nice enough chap. His old ma still thinks he's around.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
He's a caretaker for the poor, is he not?
Something like that, yes.
Sorry, I don't know where he is.
Why not try seeking help instead of peddling your wares? I'm sure there are people around here that would gladly help.
There's always the night asylum. Heard it's run by a very nice man, but I'm no beggar. Not yet, at least.
There is no shame in asking for help, my boy. Sometimes it can even be the best course of action.
I don't feel okay with that. I'm gonna make a name for myself, and I'll do it by myself.
Okay, wenn du meint. Beziehungsweise...
Goodbye.
Please, sir. Come and have a gander.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I come in?
I already took my medication, Doctor. But thank you.
I'm sorry. Your medication? Have we met before?
Don't tease me like that, Jack. Sorry, what?
I think I should come in, miss. I'd like to check if everything is okay, what with the epidemic spreading across London.
An epidemic, you say? How terrible. I had no idea. But where are my manners? Please do come in, Doctor. You are a doctor, yes?
Yes. I am a doctor. Kopfschmerzen. I need is es endet? Das ist endet.
So, Dr. Tippett, what brings you back here? I heard whispers you had a job at that fancy hospital.
I told you my name is Jonathan Reed. Don't you remember?
Of course I do. I remember my name too. Gillingham. But you may call me Enid, Doctor. I'm very happy to see you again.
I found this watch. It was a gift from you to your boy, wasn't it? I think it should return to you now.
Oh, I remember. Yes, I recall the day I offered Jack this watch. Oh, it was such a beautiful day. Thank you, sir.
Trinkets and possessions help us remember our past. Promise me you'll not lose it.
I would never lose anything that belonged to Jack. Why don't you take this? Dr. Tippett's? Please, for your charity.
Well, dankeschön, auch wenn ich nicht Mr. Tippets bin.
Enid, have you really no idea what happened to your son? No idea at all.
I've not seen Jack for so long. I lose track of time. Has something bad happened to him?
Jack ist tot, Jack wird zurückkommen. Die Wahrheit.
Jack is dead, Miss Gillingham.
Of course he's not. I've seen him. Tonight, in fact. Ever the joker, Dr. Tippett.
Okay.
Is anyone taking care of you, Miss Gillingham?
My son is always here to take care of me. He's a good boy like that, but I do worry that he needs to start living his own life. I would never say that to him, of course.
Okay.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
Oh, no. I don't gossip. That would be most unbecoming of a lady such as myself.
Ah ja.
Who are the more influential figures on the docks?
Well, I heard about some terrible illness going around. I would say in that case that it's you, Dr. Tippets.
I'm looking for a Sean Hampton. Do you know where I might find him?
Sean Hampton, you say? Oh, the name does seem vaguely familiar, but alas, I cannot recall from where.
Sie hat entweder Alzheimer oder Demenz.
Goodbye, Miss Gilliam.
Okay. Unvollendeter Brief. Ich habe gerade erfahren, was heute Nacht passieren wird. Ich bin zu deinem Haus gerannt, aber du warst schon weg, also schreibe ich dir diese Nachricht. Hast du ihn wirklich getötet? Ich kann es nicht fassen. Warum? Was ist passiert? Ich muss wirklich dringend mit dir reden. Bitte setz dich irgendwie mit mir in Verbindung, wenn du diese Nachricht erhältst. Ich weiß, dass du großer Vorsicht neigst, um dir zu beweisen, dass das keine Falle ist. Lass dir Erkennungszeichen vereinbaren. Ich pfeife meinen Namen, Jack, in Morsecode und du in deinem. In Ordnung? So weißt du, dass ich es wirklich bin. Momentan unsicher. Momentan ist es gut, dass du dich versteckst. Die Red Boot Boys machen die ganze Gegend unsicher und lassen alle wissen, dass sie den Mann bestrafen werden, der einen von ihnen getötet hat. Ich bin sicher, wir können diese Angelegenheit irgendwie regeln, sobald sich die Gemüter beruhigt haben. Rodney Gardner. Okay.
Please, sir. Come and have a gander.
Nope, das ist keine Tür. Hoch geht's nicht, nee. Du, 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 du. Stirb! Ah, nee, hier war ich schon. Okay, dann haben wir schon mal eine Tür geöffnet. Dann gehen wir erstmal zur... Well. Komme ich da hoch? Nein. Genau. War. Well, 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 well. Stirb!
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right. Okay. Dann wollen wir mal zur gefährdeten Person gehen. Mitteilung der Wache von Priven. Befehlsstand, die Wache von Priven, Dockpatrouille, Vampyr, Jagdschwindler melden. Einige unserer Speer haben in East End Docks in kurzem die Anwesenheit eines gewissen Ishibit Thompson festgestellt. Wahrscheinlich seht ihr ihn nachts in der Gegend patrouillieren und behauptet, er sei ein Vampir-Vernichtungsexperte. Der Mann ist ein Schwindler, nicht einmal richtiger Betrüger, weil er sich seine Arbeit niemanden bezahlen lässt. Aber er hat offensichtlich keine Ahnung, wovon er spricht. Wenn er je gemeinsam mit euch auf der Jagd gehen oder zusammenarbeiten will, weist ihn ab, lasst ihn ziehen. Der Kampf mit einem Blutsauger taugt dieser Mann höchstens als Beute. Komme ich da? Wie komme ich jetzt dahin, ist die Frage.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
Okay.
You speak of strikes and class enemy. Am I right to assume you're involved in trade union activism?
You bet I am. Well, I was. Nowadays, I'm just another worker blacklisted by the big companies.
You lost your job because of your beliefs.
Those bastards really hate a worker who refuses slave wages and unsafe conditions, especially when it's a woman.
Isn't the whole point of trade unions to help workers in need? Why don't they support you?
A few nights back, I lost the money my companions had asked me to hide. With me and my sister being penniless, they thought I stole it.
What really happened?
I drank too much that night. Strange men saw me count the money in that bar. Some sort of militia in uniform. I'm sure they robbed me.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
If you have something to say, say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh, you want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong here.
Ah ja, ich bekämpfe Armut, sie haben sie haben keinen Schimmer, wer ich bin, sie haben recht.
Oh no, Miss Paxton, you really don't know my kind. You have no idea who I am.
All right, okay. No need to get all worked up.
Oh, da bin ich, da wo ich noch gar nicht sein will. Upsala. Trotzdem ist die Frage, wie komme ich da hin? Wie komme ich, wo komme ich in die Kanalisation?
Well, I'll leave you. It's locked, all right.
Wo komme ich in die Kanalisation? Ah. So komme ich in die Kanalisation. Das Tor mal offen. Okay. Well. Rein zur Vorsicht. Aus Gründen. Ah. Hier wollte ich ja eh hoch. Uah. Dann will ich mal eben kurz Kopfschmerztabletten machen. Da. Oh, habe ich sogar. Muss ich nichts herstellen. Okay, läuft. Zur Sicherheit von allem etwas hergestellt. Mal.
Are you certain you're not lost, sir?
Good evening, Miss Gillingham. May I come in?
Of course,
Moment. Ah, nee. Sie hatte nichts.
of course. So,
Do you require medical?
I'm glad.
I'll try my best. Here, take this. And please, try to get some rest.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you very much.
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
Perfetto. Die Frage ist jetzt nur, wo ist er? Also, ich weiß, wo er ist, aber wie komme ich da hin?
It's locked, all right.
Maus bewegen, damit der Beziehung nicht runterfährt. So, Dalle.
You certain you're not lost, sir? You seem quite the stranger to these parts.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ich wäre eigentlich gerade... die Kanalisation finden. Wo ist die Kanalisation? Wo ist die Kanalisation? Wo ist die Kanalisation? Wo ist die Kanalisation?
This could be the public house Giselle Paxton mentioned. I should investigate further. Giselle's stolen money. Priwen has some unethical ways of financing their war.
Komme ich hier rein?
I cannot enter.
Okay. Die Gefahr ist unmittelbar, als die denken, sie sind bereits hier. Lassen Sie sich nicht vom Königreich übernehmen. Haben Sie die Vampire gesehen? Holen Sie nicht zur Hilfe. Isabel ist ein sachkundiger Vampirjäger. Okay.
Informing London's inhabitants of the presence of vampires. What does that make me? A double or a triple agent? Done. Mr. Throgmorton should be happy.
hier. Sehr gut. Dann wollen wir mal Bericht erstatten gehen.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
You've never faced, let alone killed, a vampire, Ichabod. You're a fraud.
No, I'm not. I may embellish the truth concerning my achievements, but I'm totally dedicated to my quest.
Machen Sie sich nichts vor.
You have courage, Mr. Throgmorton. Perhaps that is all one requires to face the demons.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You'll see. One day I'll find and kill one of these monstrosities with my own 2 hands.
I put up your public service announcement. Consider the common folk warned about the vampiric presence.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. You may not realize it, but you saved a great many lives today.
Do you really think they could be useful?
See the sad saint of the East End? How a single man can help so many people? I consider myself the discreet protector of these men and women.
Well...
Tell me, Ichabod, why do you consider yourself the protector of Sean Hampton's shelter?
He is a truly inspiring example. Dedicated, pious. His shelter is open to all, whoever they are. Most admirable.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
So. Dann wollen wir ihr mal das Geld zurückgeben.
I have this thirst for blood.
Well...
You again? What do you want?
I've identified the men who stole from you. You were right. They were members of some self-proclaimed militia.
I knew it! Did you find the money, too?
Yes, here it is. They thought they could finance their activities with it.
I never thought a man like you would be kind enough to... I misjudged you. Badly. Well... Thank you, sir.
Will you give the money back to your comrades, then?
Fuck those bastards who fired me. I'll give the money to Miss Gillingham. Her son Jack was a friend of mine. He was killed recently.
I know you were friends with Miss Gillingham's son, Jack. Tell me about his death.
Jack's murder has been a shock to the neighborhood. A sign that the situation is now out of control.
Why is that?
There has always been tension between the Wet Boot Boys and members of the trade union. But a murder? That's a first.
Okay.
Who killed him?
No one will ever know. One thing is certain. While Jack was alive, I had one less reason to drink.
Why does that upset you so much?
I wish I had found the time and words to tell him how important he was to me before it was too late. Another failure for Giselle Paxton.
Well, I'll leave... Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
Okay.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The sad saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
What can you tell me about the Sad Saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the sad saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
It may be okay for a strong girl like me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself, you better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the Wet Boot Boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Okay.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
Mr. Hampton must be in his office at the night asylum he manages, I suppose. Why do you want to see him?
He was a patient of mine at the Pembroke Hospital, but he left abruptly.
I see. Well, Mr. Hampton is a discreet and dedicated man. I'm sure you'll find him soon enough.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
You again? What do you want?
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Ist das alles, was Sie in Sorgen macht? Wir haben uns beide sehr verändert. Wie können Sie es wagen?
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
Wonders never cease. Scowl managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you? Yet you restrain?
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
Ah ja.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers. The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Ah, okay, das ist der Schlüssel, den ich ja nicht brauche. Sehr schön. Ich bin beeindruckt, ich bin neugierig.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.
Üble Nachrede. Wie kann ich das Ding öffnen? Gefalteter Zettel. Gott, vergib mir, was ich nun beichte. Manchmal wünschte ich, ich hätte Dyson Delaney niemals vor dem Ertrinken gerettet, als der Kanal fiel. Ich hab's ausgesprochen. Bitte vergib mir, Herr, denn ich habe gesündigt. Dyson ist vielleicht der frustrierendste Fall, dem ich seit Öffnung der Notunterkunft in East End je zu tun hatte. Schon seit Jahren versuche ich zu verstehen, was mich an diesem Mann irritiert. Und ich glaube, ich habe kurzen Grund herausgefunden. Dyson hat aufgegeben, und zwar vollkommen. Ich habe in meinem Leben so viele schwere Alkoholiker kennengelernt. Männer und Frauen, reiche und arme, junge und alte. Ich bin Zeuge ihres Kampfes mit ihrem Dämon geworden. Mit ihrer Vergangenheit, ihrer Schuld, ihren Fehlern. Manchmal können sie diese innere Böse benennen. Manchmal ist es ihnen nie gelungen, zur wahren Ursache ihrer Verzweiflung vorzudringen. Aber in den meisten Fällen ist die Trinkerei für diese Männer und Frauen Form des Kampfes, aber wenigstens bedeutet diese Selbstzerstörung, dass es etwas gibt, das es leiden lässt und noch immer gegen diese Schmerzen ankämpfen, den sie so tief in sich spüren. Selbst ein schwerer Alkoholiker wie William Bishop kämpft noch immer mit seiner Sucht und bittet um Erlösung und das Licht Christi. Und solange ich dieses Licht solange sie dieses Licht sehen wollen, gibt es noch Hoffnung. Für Dyson Delaney gibt es nur keine Hoffnung mehr. Er trinkt nicht, um seinen Schmerz zu ersticken. Nein, ich bin mittlerweile überzeugt, dass er bewusst trinkt aus der sadistischen Freude daran, alle Hoffnung zu ersticken, und ich weiß wirklich nicht, was das schlimmere Sünde ist, bewusst alle Hoffnung eingehenden Herzens zu verbannen oder sich selbst gefällig in der Selbstzerstörung zu suhlen. Wie kann ich das Ding öffnen? Okay. Well, 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 well. Okay. Alte Zeitung. Die Bombe explodierte kurz nach Tagesanbruch in die Munitionsfabrik. Die sind da draußen den größten Arbeitgeber des Bezirks. Die Detonation zerstörte alle Fenster und Fabriken der Fabrik in North Suffolk. Es grenzt ein Wunder, dass bei der Anschlag nur 2 Menschen gestorben sind, bestätigt Chief Superintendent Alexander Brighton.
It's locked.
Well, 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 well. Irgendwas verbergt der Typ doch. Irgendwas verbirgt er. Angesenkter Brief. Miss Paxton. Ich habe vor kurzem gehört, dass monatelang in Hamptons Notunterkunft Geld oder Unterstützung irgendwelcher Art. Ohne Zuschlag ihrerseits bin ich in einen Umständen, meine Boys kriegen immer, was sie nie ein Nein als Antwort gelten lassen. Wenn sie noch weiterhin ignorieren und schnappen sich Wet Boot Boys sie und ihre Schwester.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Ebenso, ebenso.
Lottie, tell me about the Wet Boot Boys. I know they've threatened you.
Edwina Cox wanted me to provide her with information about Mr. Hampton's resources. I refused.
Is that not dangerous?
Fuck them and their lies. They claim they protect the interests of the neighborhood, but they are just greedy parasites like all the rest.
Ich schätze Ihren Mut, fühlen sich wirklich sicher. Sie klingen etwas leichtsinnig.
I respect your courage, Miss Paxton, and I hope life will never wear you down.
Dr. Reed, you know how to make a girl blush. I am glad you came to the docks, whatever your real reasons are.
Okay.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Ich frage mich halt echt, was der verbirgt hinter. Wahrscheinlich durch irgendeine Hauptquest. Da ist er. Wahrscheinlich durch den Laufe der Geschichte kommen wir dann irgendwann da rein. Aber aktuell kann ich hier nichts machen, sonst.
You're lot slurping soup before bed.
Perfetto. Dann wollen wir mal zum Hafen. Dann wollen wir mal zum Hafen. Sehr gut. Dann wollen wir mal da runter. Perfekt. Wegen zweierlei Sachen muss ich quasi hier hin. Einmal wegen dem Obdachlosen, also vor dem, warum immer er sich hier versteckt. Und wegen den Beweisen.
That doesn't work.
Das funktioniert nicht. Warum funktioniert das nicht?
That doesn't work.
Braucht er Strom?
So that's it. These wheels control the water level. That doesn't work.
Hä?
That gate should shut properly now.
Well. Sehr gut. Mein Geld. Mein Geld. Da ist uns nichts zum Einsammeln. Okay. Da ist uns nichts zum Einsammeln. Meins. Bah. Das wollte ich jetzt eigentlich nicht, aber egal. Ah. Dann will ich mal auf der anderen Seite zur Sicherheit nochmal unten gucken, ob da irgendwas ist. Okay. Well.
This is despicable.
geht hier vor?
It's locked, all right.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally! A touch of lucidity.
What?
So learn to respect the laws of Ascalon!
Warum springt er doch einfach runter, der Idiot? Warum springt er doch einfach runter?
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Wow. My mouse!
This is despicable.
Despicable. This is despicable.
I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
Okay. Ah, nee, okay. Well, 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 well. Dann wollen wir mal...
I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
Ah, I can't go through the gate. Mann, ich kann das nicht durch das verdammte Gate.
You shall learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! Slaughter these skulls while singing your name. Neck shall snap like a hare's brittle bones, newborn.
Fuck! Ich habe eine Idee. I have an idea. I have an idea. Ich habe eine Idee. Am liebsten will ich einfach rüber jumpen. Und zwar upgrade ich einfach mal meine Waffe. I upgrade my weapon. Natürlich kann ich schlafen gehen, aber dann habe ich Angst, dass der Typ stirbt. Da lang. Here we go. So, here we go. Arigato. I have a weapon. I shoot on him. Why I don't shoot on him?
Over there! There's one of them vermin!
Hope they'll all return to the shadows once the epidemic has passed.
Upgrade my weapon. Moin Malvi, was geht ab? Ich hoffe, dir geht es gut, mir geht es bestens. Und danke für den Resub, Dankeschön. 10% mehr Schaden, Nachladezeit und 25% Verringerung. $10% mehr Schaden. Ah, okay, da fehlen mir... Was steht da? Teile eines guten Abzuges. Ah, ja. Und das habe ich hier. Ich verbessere gerade meine Waffen, damit ich gleich im Kampf im Untergrund besser dastehe. Drachenfluch. Weniger Schaden. Okay, bis gleich. Komm schon. Ich zerlege nur Sachen. Arigato. Ausdauer. Das ist eigentlich gut, die Schockpunkte gerade. Stimmt, das kann ich auch noch herstellen. Von allem etwas dabei, zur Sicherheit, sehr gut. Ich sag, normalerweise kann ich auch jetzt schlafen gehen. Was? So, kurz ein bisschen Blut auftanken gehen. Und dann nochmal runterspringen. Ich könnte noch ein bisschen aufleveln. Ja, weil genug habe ich, aber ich will nicht, dass diese eine Person mit der Kanalisation stirbt. Nur weil ich jetzt schlafen gehe. Wo war er? Keine Ahnung. Arigato. Auf. Muhahaha. Die Menge an PD, die du den Song der Bürger erhältst, hängt von ihrer Bootqualität an direkt zusammen. Da geht's. Da. Ich weiß nicht, wie ich da lang komme. Nee, falsche Richtung, da lang. Dann wollen wir mal die Kanalratte niedermetzeln.
shall learn to respect the laws of Vasca!
Ah! Verdammt. Du wurdest besiegt. Sie werden noch herausfinden, dass fast nichts ein Vampir töten vermag. Mein Freund, Ihnen wurde relative Unsterblichkeit offeriert. Ja, genau. Lade, Schublido. Also wenn ich wüsste, dass der Typ da unten sicher ist, würde ich ja sofort erstmal aufleveln. Aber erstmal muss ich jetzt Blut tanken.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I have this thirst for blood.
Genau.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ich schon. Leck doch mal hier am Boden. Ne? Leck doch mal das vom Boden weg.
This is despicable.
This is despicable.
You shall learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! In the hand that crushes all! Whilst you vanished, I'll slaughter these scalds while singing your name! I shall snap like a hare's pricked bones, newborn! Foolish Ekon! The dictates of Ascalon?
Ah! Fuck. Hab ich... Im Moment habe ich, glaube ich, nicht die 200er Waffe ausgewählt. Vielleicht geht es mit der dann besser. Komm schon. Genau, das ist nämlich die 200er Waffe. Warum kann ich hier die Waffen nicht auswählen? Das brauche ich eher. Hä? Ah.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Komm schon. Alles meins.
Despicable.
Das ist despicable. Genau.
I have this thirst for blood.
Meins.
This is
Despicable. This is despicable.
You shall learn to respect the law. Whence you vanished, I'll slaughter these scalds while singing your name. Neck shall snap again as brittle bones newborn.
Okay, ich riskiere es jetzt. Und versuche mich im Schlaf noch aufzuleveln. Also genügend Punkte habe ich gesagt, über 4000. Das reicht locker, um ein paar Sachen zu verbessern. Dezent. Ich hoffe halt nur nicht, dass die Person, die, glaube ich, hinter dem Bosskampf kommt, deswegen nicht stirbt. Aber ich glaube nicht. Ich hoffe mal nicht. We will see. Keine Ahnung, welches Level der da unten hat. Also ich muss halt, also Gefühl ist halt dahinter. Zumindest habe ich keinen anderen Weg gefunden, um zum Mann zu kommen. Deswegen gehe ich jetzt quasi den Tag schlafen, damit ich aufleveln kann. Und dabei halt hoffen, dass der Typ dahinter nicht stirbt. Den Weg hier kann ich leider nicht gehen. Auch keine Ahnung, wie ich da hinkomme. Deswegen erstmal kurz aufleveln. Und dann nebenbei noch die Munition aufladen. Skoll. So ein Zwischenboss-Fight quasi bin ich gerade. Unteres Themseufer. Well. Kurz ins Versteck gehen. Was haben wir da? Ich hoffe halt echt, dass jetzt nichts Schlimmes passiert, nur weil ich schlafe. Aber irgendwann muss ich aufleveln. Irgendwann muss ich schlafen. Welcome back. Genau, ich werde kurz mich aufleveln und dann weiter wieder versuchen, gegen den Zwischenendboss zu kämpfen. Genau. Ich sag erstmal eben kurz aufleveln. Das ist halt plus 600. Ah, nee, es ginge sogar noch. 1300, dann würde er länger stehen bleiben. Oder ich mache noch sie plus. Oder ich mache sie. Oder ich mache, dass der Schaden erhöht wird. Ah! Schaden. Ich brauche gerade vor allen Dingen Schaden gegen den da unten. Und jetzt hoffe ich mal, dass keiner tot ist, deswegen. Die folgende Nacht. What the fuck? Okay, da hat er schon immer Migräne gehabt. Da kurz zu dem Erkältung. 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 Erschöpfung. 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 Also, Moment. Zu dem komme ich eh noch nicht. 1 Erkältung, 2 Erkältung, 3 Erkältung. 1, 2, 3 Erkältung. Und 1, 2, 3 Erschöpfung. 3 Erkältung, 3 Erschöpfung. 3 Erkältung, 3 Erschöpfung. Erkältung, 3 Erschöpfung. Okay.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Aber echt, ey. Nachdem ich den über den entschieden habe, danach kann ich dann auf jeden Fall zu dem Typen mit der Migräne.
Your kind's not welcome here, sir.
Deine Mutter ist hier nicht willkommen.
Over there! There's one of these vermin!
Perfetto, dann hier lang. Und er lebt noch. Yes! Er lebt noch. Er lebt noch. Er lebt noch. Aber bewegen kann ich jetzt nicht. Okay. Okay. Da hoch. Und dann hier lang. Da ist das Blut. Und mal gucken, ob das jetzt funktioniert.
You shall learn to respect the laws of Ascalon! Once you vanished, I'll slaughter these scalds while singing your name! Neck shall snap like a hare's brittle bones, newborn.
Moment.
You found your death in me! I shall tear them apart and spill my blood to the pissing wells! Down, stay down. Your blood is now mine.
Komm schon.
Dare challenge the dictates of Ascalon? Return to your apothecary and needles.
Yes! Puff. Der Henker.
It's locked.
It's locked from the other side.
At least one Skull escaped Virgil's wrath.
Bevor ich da hochgehe. Okay. Hier haben wir so eine Art Mine. Ich glaube, da geht's weiter, deswegen gehen wir erstmal kurz zurück. Nee, hier ist nichts. Oder? Hä? Hier kann ich hochjumpen.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst.
What the fuck?
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, vampire. But thank you.
Sir Hampton hat mich geschickt. Du wirkst traurig.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon. But I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
Why was that creature after you?
Virgil is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Skull.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
Okay.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Ich traue ihm nicht. Er könnte ein Mörder sein.
Sean is a Skull. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Well.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Nö.
Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander above some years back. It was unpleasant. Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
Hä?
Keep your distance, Echo. Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Genau.
How is London? I've not seen it on the wall in such a long time. Your smell is enticing. So sweet of blood.
Hä? Da ist er.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine zone?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon?
I said go. Leave me alone, sir.
Überzeuge Rodney, zu den Docks zu gehen.
Rodney, you're the man who killed that gang member, are you not? Is that why you are hiding in this godforsaken place?
Yes, I did. I did not even know his name.
Then why did you kill him?
That arsehole always mocked me for the colour of my skin. Usually I let it go. But not that night. We fought. He died.
Er ist gesund, okay. Sie können sich nicht ewig verstecken. Sie sind kein kaltblütiger Mörder. Sie sind kein kaltblütiger Mörder. Sie können sich hier nicht ewig verstecken.
Unfortunately, I have met several murderers during my lifetime. You don't look like them. I can tell you're no cold-blooded killer.
You're right, sir. At first it was just a simple argument between us. But the man had a bad fall.
Believe me, Rodney, you won't survive here long. No matter what you did, you must go back to where you used to live.
I'll go back to the docks then. But if I die, remember that the blood of Rodney Grader will be on your hands.
Perfetto. Bevor ich mit ihr da unten rede. Ah. Das war das, wo ich vorhin nicht weiterkam. Dann wollen wir jetzt mal zur alten Lady gehen. Wo wir dachten, sie wäre tot. Überlegenheit der Ekon. Es ist kein Zufall, dass Ekon die bekanntesten und zahlreichsten unter den Vampiren sind. Ekon sind die wahren Aristokratie der Unsterblichen und die einzigen, die dauerhaft in der Spitze der Nahrungskette stehen können. Egal, wohin ich reiste, überall sah ich Ekon die sterblichen und unsterblichen Gesellschaften führen. Ekon sind die menschlichsten gegen die exotischen Vulkots, die ebenfalls die Gabe der Unsterblichkeit haben. Viele von ihnen sind nützlich, wenn man ihnen im Sinne der ordnungsgemäß auf ein klares Ziel richtet. Doch in ihnen fehlt die wichtigste Eigenschaft von allen Fähigkeiten, unerkannt mit Sterblichen zu verkehren. Deshalb sollte der Asklan Club nur Ekon von edlem Blut in einem Zirkel aufnehmen. Die Umstände entsprechend können Vulkots bei unseren Regeln befolgen, als Kriegs- und Jagdhunde aufgenommen werden. Glücklicherweise haben unsere niederen Vetter die naturgebundene Neigung, sich ihren Herren unterzuordnen und ihnen zu gehorchen. Well.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
Okay.
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death in such a gruesome fashion?
To see if I would be mourned.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
So schade.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
Ich bin kein Skull, ich bin untot.
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and
disgusting.
Cruel. So cruel.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
I don't lie. I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness. Quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Well...
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most skulls I've encountered.
True. I'm not like most skulls.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
Ich werde euch nicht verraten.
Why do you live here, amongst the filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the Guard of Priwen, the Ascalon Club.
We are the Sewer Skulls. This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter.
Ah.
Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Folge den Pfeilen? Welchen Pfeilen? Hier sind keine Pfeile.
How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time.
Auf jeden Fall haben wir jetzt hier einen Unterschlupf. Auch nicht schlecht. Hier sind auch keine Pfeile. Was meint sie mit voll gesehen Pfeilen? Ah, da sind Pfeile.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
Okay, strange, dass sie mich Master nennen. Ah, nee, von hier komme ich? Nee. Wo geht's denn hier lang? Moment mal kurz. Wenn es hier weitergeht. Wo geht's da hin?
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Okay. Gut, dann gehen wir hier lang. Sehr gut. Hier sind auf jeden Fall alle Maus bewegen, damit der PC nicht runterfährt. Hui! Alle geheilt.
I cannot enter.
Well, dann wollen wir mal weiter. Sei vorsichtig, wenn die Gegenstände verkauft. Einige von ihnen sind nur schwer zu erlangen und die Freischaltung und Herstellung fortgeschrittener Rezepte erforderlich. Wii. Bäh. Ah, jetzt bin ich das, da wo ich das gesehen habe.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
Sie sind ganz schön mutig, sie beschützen die Sterblichen, schützen Sterbliche und Skulls.
You make no distinction between the living and the skulls, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed, one and all, and he's determined to save us.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
You've turned Skal now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
Ich werde ihn versuchen, auf jeden Fall zu
Does this place
verschonen.
belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Skals, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
Ich kann ihm kaum folgen, ich würde ihm gerne vertrauen.
Let's simply agree that all are one and the same. In death, I mean.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Verschonen, ich beneide sie um den Frieden, den sie gefunden haben. Wann ich du opferst dabei 500 EP, wende ihm Blut zu heilen. Ich werde sie mit meinem Blut heilen.
I believe you, Sean. In fact, I envy the peace you found and will remember it.
There is love and compassion in your heart. You only need to give it wings.
Thank you for your kind words, Sean. Continue your noble efforts. You are a good man in bad times.
Keep to the light, my friend. Like all my flock, you have a home here. Anytime you're in the neighborhood.
Bandstufe. Opferlamm. Der Bezirk wird bald durch die Konsequenzen deiner Handeln. So. Wir können jetzt nämlich auf jeden Fall. Na.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game. I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
What?
29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
Haben Sie gesehen?
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No. I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman's scream? Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
You again? What do you want?
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Doktor und Ermittler.
Good evening, Mr. Throckmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance?
No.
Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Wenn er wüsste.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Und ich hoffe übrigens, es war eine gute Entscheidung, den Pastor am Leben zu lassen. Also rein bezirktechnisch war es gut, weil er quasi die Stütte des Bezirks ist. Genau, dann gehe ich jetzt so... Also, hä? Warum sind Ausrufezeichen? Ereignis. Da oben sind keine Ausrufezeichen. Ah, das ist natürlich praktisch, wenn man direkt auf der Karte sieht, dass da neue Dialoge verfügbar sind. Das sehe ich ja jetzt erst. Ah, die werden auch stärker. Okay, die passen sich ein bisschen meinem Level an. Sehr gut. Well. Jetzt ist das Ding zu. Well. The Bad Boot Boys. Bad Boot Boys, so rum. Mit ihm habe ich eigentlich auch ein neues... Warum wird der eigentlich nicht auf der Karte angezeigt? Als neues Gesprächsding. Aber die da oben schon.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Oh, you're that doctor.
Is it true Sean Hampton saved your life?
Yeah. The sad saint grabbed my soggy ass and brought me back to the pier after I fell into the canal. I was a wreck back then.
Waren Sie je dankbar und doch trinken Sie weiterhin.
Were you thankful for what he did for you?
Sean Hampton really acted like a saint that day. But I suppose I'm just another lost soul who doesn't deserve to be saved.
Well. Okay, warum auch immer. Sind ja alle gesund, keine Ahnung. Was hier noch, warum das jetzt nicht geheilt ist.
Goodbye, Mr.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Sorry, sir. Get them weapons ready! We found one! Stupid bitch! Eat this! He's dead!
Mine! Just mines. Stirb, Malaka. Stirb. So, alles einsammeln. Stirb! Werte neu. Lady Ashbury und Dr. Swansea. Dann wollen wir einmal hoch zu Dr. Swansea.
Jonathan, at last. I've been worried sick. Have you solved the case of our poor Sean Hampton?
Don't worry, Edgar. The reputation of Pembroke Hospital is secure. Sean Hampton was not the guilty party.
Is that true? Oh, good news. Good news indeed.
I found Harriet Jones. She's much the same old, embittered woman she was, only she's been made a scowl. Her transformation did not go well.
Incredible. Well, why not bring her here? We could learn so much by studying her condition. It would be fascinating.
I doubt that. She can barely move. Perhaps we could learn more about the degeneration of scowls.
Perhaps. But she could also belong to a new species. We know so little of the laws that dictate vampire reproduction.
Were there any studies made by your order on the subject?
Not that I'm aware of. I will transmit your discovery to the Brotherhood's primate. He will be delighted.
What do you know of the Ascalon Club?
Not as much as I would like. There have always been rumors about a secret society of vampires operating in the interests of the British Empire, though I've never met a member.
I crossed paths with one, a terrifying creature going by the name of Fergal. He was sent by the Ascalon Club to exterminate the scowls of the East End.
By the stole, Jonathan. If vampires are eliminating their own progeny, then dark times are upon us. Darker than I've ever witnessed.
Do you think Lady Ashbury would know of them?
Jonathan, our beloved lady is not one for social dalliances, nor the assemblies of dark orders. She's a woman of superior taste and selective acquaintance.
Okay.
Does the name Old Bridget ring any bells?
I've never heard of her. Why? A patient of ours? I must confess, I don't know them all.
No, it's just someone I recently met. A fascinating woman. I had thought that perhaps...
By the stole, Jonathan, you've met another vampire. I would appreciate an introduction, if that's the case.
Okay.
A pleasure, as always, Edgar.
Genau, dann gehen wir jetzt mal zur Lady. Bevor wir unsere Heilrunde in Whitechapel tun sollen sein. Da ist sie.
It is good to see you again, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm better than one might expect, Lady Ashbury. Dr. Swansea has asked me to investigate the recent disturbances in the hospital caused by scowls.
Really? What do you mean?
Ich habe interessante Skulls kennengelernt.
I discovered the most intriguing skull. An elderly woman answering to the name of Old Bridget, and a man who helps them remain hidden in London.
Old Bridget? Peculiar name, I've never heard of her.
According to Old Bridget, scowls can lead a peaceful existence like us. They are even able to nourish themselves by feeding on corpses and the flesh of the dead.
How vile. Please, Jonathan, let's change the subject.
Scowls of London have gone into hiding. Both mortals and immortals plot their extermination.
Yes. Scowls are the orphans of the Vampire Society. They are the shame of their genitors, a disgrace to the vampire that created them.
Okay.
There is something ominous closing around me, Lady Ashbury. Something spies upon me from the shadows. Something cruel and wicked.
Whatever do you mean, Jonathan?
If Sean Hampton and Harriet were not the guilty parties, then who? I saw the bodies and the blood.
Your rebirth has not gone unnoticed, Jonathan. Be extremely careful. If you get in the way of an immortal's plans...
Do you suspect someone?
I don't know, Jonathan. I steer clear of vampire politics, especially whilst hunters roam the city's streets.
Okay.
Goodbye for now, my lady.
Subi. Dann wollen wir mal uns durchschlagen nach hier hinten und eine kleine Heilrunde machen. Hier. Und als nächstes kommen wir dann dahin. Erschöpfung, Erschöpfung. Genau. Da, auf jeden Fall, genau. Dann erstmal allgemein nach hinten.
Over there! One of them vermin! Die, vermin! It's too strong! It's not human! Christ, he's dead!
Alles meins. Die ignoriere ich jetzt einfach mal.
Over there! This stop them!
Die, motherfucker!
We'll crush! Watch it! It's a kill! Shit! You'll pay for that!
Gut. Gesund.
You up?
Good evening.
It's fun.
Don't you fear getting sick yourself?
Faith.
No doubt your faith will prevail, but let me give you some extra protection against the devil's work. Medicine.
Blessed be your generosity, my son.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
If you propagate the devil's work, you'll perish by the devil's work. Such is the law of the Lord.
I have heard enough.
Okay. Beide Erschöpfung.
You again? What do you want this time?
Can I offer you my medical expertise, Mr. Peterson?
Keep your medicines for others.
There is a thin line between pride and stupidity, sir. Please take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I saw her wandering the streets. Yesterday, I think. She didn't recognize me. People say she's lost it. It's a sad story.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Fancy buying something, sir?
You never lose your focus. Do you have any news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It appears those who dare to get healthcare from that bitch are never seen again. Something fishy going on there, for sure.
Do you need help, sir?
To be honest, I'd prefer you take a look at my stuff. I'd rather be rich and sick than the contrary.
I don't quite agree, but I won't argue with you. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
Really? Free? Don't take it personally, but charity usually comes at a price. Human nature being what it is.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Lewis.
Distribute flowers at this hour of the night.
Dann hier hast du was gegen die Erkältung.
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Have you any news on Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It seems her dispensary isn't so busy nowadays. A good thing for the Swanborough cordial.
You look ill, Miss Swan.
I have no doubt it will. But I'm not against a second opinion, Dr. Root.
Well, there you have it. Take this remedy, but be discreet. It may damage your business otherwise.
Thank you.
Goodbye, Miss Swan.
Richard Nethercott. Der Dichter. Der Dichter kriegt das auf die Lichter. Der Dichter und die Asiatin.
This is despicable.
Okay. Nein.
Or Dorothea.
Good evening, Mr. Petrescu. What are you doing here?
I could ask you the exact same question, Mr. Doctor. Now leave me alone.
I heard what happened to Nurse Crane. How do you feel, Mr. Petrescu?
Everything was going well until you arrived. Dorothea helped people and will be sorely missed.
I regret it too. I wish she'd continued working at the Pembroke Hospital. She was a good nurse.
So you put an end to the operation. Did you put an end to Dorothea as well?
You seem to have a lot on your chest, sir. What's wrong?
I heard you are a famous surgeon. Tell me, what did you do to Dorothea? She was so bright, so clever. Then you made her an empty shell.
I didn't use drugs or medical trickery, Mr. Petrescu. All I did was talk to Nurse Crane. I promise you.
But what happened to her then? After you left, she did not even recognize me. Then she got careless and sick, and I had to flee.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Tell me... Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Ah, da ist sie ja.
Good evening, Xiaoshu.
Wang Shanghao, Dr. Reed. It's good to see you again.
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I heard that she used to help the refugees, but unfortunately you don't see her around anymore.
What are you doing with your time, now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to help the poor and sick of the neighborhood by handing out medicine.
That's very charitable of you. But why do it at night?
I've noticed that the most desperate people tend to go out after dark. Hence my presence, to help them when I can.
Good.
Giving out medicine? How can you afford to do that?
I am a rich widow, Dr. Reed. My departed husband left me enough money to last the rest of my life. I can spend some on those who don't have any.
Gut, sehr gut.
Why don't you move to a better neighborhood?
I thought about it, I confess. To go back to the same empty home every day still hurts me a lot.
Why stay here then?
I am a woman of habit, Dr. Reed. And for now I am happier being useful in a familiar place than I would be anywhere else.
Okay, sehr gut.
How do you feel now that you're back in Whitechapel?
I've decided to follow your advice, sir. I won't forget the dead, but my efforts will be for the living.
Eine kluge Einstellung, seien Sie achtsam, verlieren Sie sich nicht dabei.
I've no doubt. That is a wise and useful attitude in this part of town.
To be completely honest with you, I'm also doing this for myself. If I'm destined to survive this epidemic, I need my life to have some purpose.
Do you still think about your departed husband?
Of course I do. I'll never forget my beloved Matthew, but how do I put it? Now I miss him more than I want him back.
I know what you mean. And I think it means you're getting better.
Maybe death will take me the way it took Matthew. Without warning and without mercy. But until then, I live on.
Sehr gut.
Have you How do you feel? Physically speaking, I mean.
I don't feel good, Dr. Reed. Not at all.
You should recover quickly after taking this.
Thank you, Doctor.
Goodbye for now.
Sehr gut. Und dann einmal zum Friedhof und dann können wir zu ihm gehen.
If I could get some work in, everything would be better.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Nein, wo muss ich lang? Genau, alle Guten sind der Armee beigetreten. Unbedingt. Wozu auch immer ich da hoch kann, ich weiß es nicht. Moment, bevor ich dahin gehe.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Have you recent news of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not at all, sir.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
I'll leave you alone, sir. Hello again, miss. Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia. Tell me, Camellia, how are things now the dispensary is closed? I know you...
Well, okay. Genau, können wir jetzt endlich zu ihm hier gehen.
Very well. Goodbye then.
Und dann haben wir auch gleichzeitig eine schöne Wegmarkierung. Genau, hier können wir dann auch noch mal gucken. Ja, sind alle gesund und munter. Perfetto.
Human! Kill it! Shit, that leech is fast!
Sehr gut. Hier rein, oder? Ja. Stirb, Motherfucker!
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
It cannot be safe for a blind man to live here alone. Let me enter, sir. I swear I mean you no harm.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a gentleman. All right, Doctor, come on in.
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
So what is the name of my nocturnal visitor?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. As I already explained to you, I'm inquiring about the epidemic.
Dr. Reed? The eminent surgeon? My God, I'd never have expected a brilliant physician like you to knock on my door.
You flatter me, sir.
No, sir, I am flattered. I read all your work when I still had my sight. I loved it. I'm Mason Swanborough, by the way.
Okay.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I don't know who she is.
And what else have you learned about me, Mr. Swanborough?
I know you assisted Professor Carell in France, and that you invented a new blood transfusion method based on his work.
Yes. Those were frustrating but exciting days. I loved it.
Yes, the thrill of research and discovery. This is what drives people like us, Dr. Reed. Oh, how I envy you.
Does someone take care of you in this isolated place?
My sister Loretta and I have our daily routine. Every morning and evening she comes by so we can talk and eat. Then she leaves and I stay.
Do you not appreciate your sister's visits?
Loretta is the best and worst thing that happened to me. And I believe she could say the same thing about me.
Where does your sister go?
Well, let's just say, she earns enough money for us both.
What's so amusing about that?
I won't hide the truth from you. Loretta sells a fake miracle elixir to the sick people of Whitechapel.
Do you know Braille, Mr. Swanborough?
I'm no expert, but I learned it in my spare time, yes. Why?
I found a strange document entitled Cure for Blindness. It's written in Braille, so I thought perhaps it was yours.
Really? Is that some kind of sick joke? Let me see.
Here it is.
This letter seems authentic. And it actually refers to an experimental cure for blindness. You have piqued my interest, Dr. Reed.
Could it be of any use to you?
No. This page is just a part of a larger diary. I'd be glad if you could find the other pages.
Well, I do.
You seem unwell, sir. Do you need my assistance?
Actually, I feel worse than usual. Can you give me something?
Of course, yes.
Yes. I can give you a little something that has been proven effective.
Thank you, Doctor.
Goodbye, Mr. Swanborough. I'll leave you now.
Wandering in this part of town at night, you're either brave or a fool.
Well. Hier ist ja sonst nichts. Ein großes, rundes Nichts.
What kind of gentleman?
Beziehungsweise, ich lese das gleich vor, aber erstmal bin ich kurz für kleine Vampire. Moment. So, das ist mein Pad. Vampire weiden sich an unserer Seele. Vampire trinken unser Blut. Doch sie weiden sich an unseren Seelen. Können wir glauben, dass Menschen, die von verkommenen Kreaturen mit vielen faulen Mäulen gebissen werden, in den Himmel kommen? Nein, ihre Leiber wurden geschändet und ihre Seele verdorben. Zusammen mit den Herzscharen von blutsaugenden Dämonen ist der Platz in der Höhle der Vampire, weiden sie sich in den Seelen. Ah ja, ist ja so. Aber genau, alle, die ich irgendwie heilen konnte, sind jetzt geheilt. Genau, dann kann ich jetzt nochmal mich ein bisschen aufleveln, Schrägstrich schlafen. Okay. Okay, doch, das würde genau passen. Dann passt es jetzt erstmal. Die folgende Nacht. Christlicher Glaube oder Sekte. Was bedeutet die Unsterblichkeit in der Geschichte eingehen? Kinder großziehen und ehrendes Andenken an bewahren werden, sich vom Platz eines himmlischen Heiligkeit verdienen. Shamhampton, Gründer von am Island, hat dazu folgende Meinung: Die Ewigkeit kommt zu jenen, die die Göttlichkeit in sich tragen. Es ist aufgrund der spürlosen Empathie und seines Erbarmens auch als trostloser Heiliger bekannt und hat mit der Notunterkunft Zufluchtsort eine verlorene Seele geschaffen. Er versorgt die Armen mit Essen und gibt ihnen Platz zum Schlafen. Dennoch ist die Notunterkunft nun seit einigen Tagen geschlossen und in einen letzten öffentlichen Reden klang kultartige Ton mit. Wenn man unter Häresie vom rechten Weg abgekommenen Glauben versteht, kann man Shamhampton und seinen Anhänger wohl als Heretiker bezeichnen. Zum ersten Mal, seit ich den trostlosen Heiligen kenne, sprechen die Menschen schlecht von ihm und anstatt vom Mitmachen anzuregen, bereiten sich geheimnisvolle Gesänge, die aus den geschlossenen Türen der Notunterkunft drängen, eher Unbehagen. Der drastische Verschlechterung des Gesundheitslage bei den Docs könnte eine mögliche Folge der Verdacht sein. Die ihr Rückzugsortes beglaubten Armen werden krank, wenn sie draußen schlafen. Wenn man sich lieber den Tod holt, als sich einen unbekannten Kult anzuschließen. Sagt das genug über die anschlagenden Ruf des trostlosen Heiligen, ein Ruf, den sich eine Öffnung der Türen seiner Notunterkunft wiederherstellen lässt. Ivy. Was? Oh. Stabil. Kopfschmerzen, Kopfschmerzen, Erschöpfung, Kopfschmerzen, also Moment. Wie viele Kopfschmerzen? Einmal Kopfschmerzen, zweimal Kopfschmerzen, einmal Kopfschmerzen, zweimal Kopfschmerzen, dreimal Kopfschmerzen. Dreimal Kopfschmerzen und zweimal Erschöpfung. Was war's? Dreimal Kopfschmerzen, zweimal Erschöpfung, oder? Zwei Erschöpfung und 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2 Erschöpfung, 2 Kopfschmerzen, 2 Erschöpfung, 3 Kopfschmerzen. Okay.
Better go home, sir.
Okay.
Meins!
Okay. Perfekt, perfekt, perfekt.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a toad! Christ, he's dead!
Warum hat er denn die Pforten geschlossen?
There's one of them! Watch yourselves! Oh, Christ! It's on him! It's on him! Murdering bastard!
Perfetto. Sehr gut.
Over there! See them fancy clothes? This one's hot! Keep your eyes on it! Kill that bastard!
Still! Genau, da wollte ich hinspringen, genau. Wo geht es nochmal runter? Ich suche nur gerade einen Weg raus. Keine Ahnung, wo ich hier bin. Ich suche doch nur einen verdammten Weg raus. Wer hat jetzt hier nochmal Probleme gehabt? Er schon wieder. Er schon wieder. Und sie. Dann geben wir immer mal was
Good
hin.
evening, Dr. Strickland. And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Nö.
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
I would have been confused if anyone other than you had asked that question, Dr. Reed. But your help is welcomed.
There is no shame in helping each other. We're
Genau.
colleagues, after all.
Many doctors I have known are too cynical to think that way.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Dann hat er jetzt mal was gegen die Kopfschmerzen.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I may, sir. I don't mean to be a burden.
You are not a burden, sir. Healing you is my responsibility.
And you have my gratitude for that.
Genau.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Doctor.
My sweet girl.
Okay. Da hinten. Kopfschmerzen.
Good evening, Miss Howcroft. How are you tonight?
I need blood, Doctor. Warm, rich, vibrant blood.
Do you require my services, Miss Howcroft?
My condition cannot be understood by you, mortal.
This curse is beyond your science.
Well, until the day science finally admits failure, please accept this little contribution.
Thank you, Doctor. Your efforts are admirable, though laughable.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark, to your nocturnal activities.
I wonder what your last thoughts would be, sir.
Perfetto. Und zweimal draußen. Okay. Zweimal draußen. Kopfschmerzen und Erschöpfung. Da ist er ja.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any good news to share?
Do you need any medical assistance yourself, Doctor?
Yes, indeed. But don't worry, I am perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
Genau.
I have no doubt about it, but you are still ill all the same. Please, take this medicine.
I appreciate your concern, Dr. Reed. To be honest, I just did not take the time to diagnose myself.
Perfetto.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
Hey, Doc.
You're lucky to be alive, Mr. Cox. I hope you're starting to take better care of yourself.
This place is full of sickness and decay. How could I get better in such a dump?
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all of my patients equally. But don't push your luck.
Don't play the innocent with me. I'm sure you have good reasons to act this way. And also weaknesses that can be exploited.
Perfetto.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Perfetto. Dann versuche ich jetzt mal irgendwie den Typen wieder dazu zu bringen, die Toren zu öffnen.
Not a safe place right now, sir. I ought here to step back. Murderous bastard!
Okay. Stirb! Dann wollen wir jetzt mal die Sachen einsammeln. Okay.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here!
Sehr gut, dann wollen wir uns mal das Geschehen bei den Dings angucken. Genau, hier war die Apotheke, die zerstört wurde. Warum auch immer. Ich verstehe es nicht. Er lebt noch.
The power of the Lord comes.
Was? Nein! Okay, Spiel ist abgestürzt. CE 34878. Das war's dann für heute. Es geht dann irgendwann morgen, Donnerstag, Mittwoch, geht es dann mit Lego Harry Potter weiter. Okay, läuft. Daher, ja, ein etwas verfrühtes Ende, anders als gedacht, aber okay. Gute Nacht, schlaft gut und so. Genau, RIP-Spiel, genau. Oder wobei... Ich will jetzt wissen, ob ich das Ding noch öffnen kann. Also, bleib dran.